MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's Game 1 of the National League Division Series between the LA Dodgers and the Chicago Cubs. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian welcoming you to our exclusive postseason coverage on MLB Network. With me is Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Dan, we'll start with you. This series has the feel of one that's about to get very interesting.
Well, here's a little comparison of these two teams. Looking at it earlier, to me, the story is all about the pitching. Both squads have some good arms, and the team that gets the best outings are probably going to come out on top.
The postseason is officially in full swing. Lineups and first pitch coming up next. Back now live as we count down to the start of Game 1. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your 2018 Chicago Cubs.
Briefly now, we'll look at the two starters who get the ball here in Game 1. The chance now for the Los Angeles Dodgers starting lineup. Dero, daytime road game for him. What you got?
Matty, the key in this one for this lineup is they got to stay staunch in the middle of the plate. They can't start swinging at everything or this guy will abuse them. He'll start flipping up the rosin bag. They have to sit over those 17 inches and hold to that.
John Lester will do the pitching in front of the hometown crowd here in Game 1. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Well, this guy's kind of unique. How about a 5-pitch repertoire that he has? That gives him a lot of options for both righties and lefties. And if he's on, he could be really tough to hit.
Okay, here's how the Cubbies are lining up defensively. And this team, they're not going to be moving around as much as some of the new age teams. The shifting and moving the third baseman over second base and the right fielder to play third base. This is going to be your stationary team, trusting pitchers to execute pitches.
Now in the box, Corey Seager. He will lead this one off today.
Leading off the afternoon for the Dodgers, shortstop, Corey Seager.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And afternoon baseball on MLB Network is underway. And now this misses as well as he's behind the leadoff man this afternoon. 2-0 now. Very seasonable temperatures here for October. 72 degrees at first pitch here in Game 1. From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Outside, 3-0 now. Three and 1 is the count to the Dodgers shortstop.
Finally got one over. Nothing worse than starting the game with a 4-pitch walk.
The 3-1. And that misses for ball 4. So it's a 5-pitch walk to get us started here this afternoon.
Batting second, first baseman number 10.
Digging in, Justin Turner. His past history against John Lester. He's got 1 hit in 19 tries. He's also been a strikeout victim 6 times. First delivery to him on the way. He's running. Hit high and deep out to straightaway left. Zobrist ranging back on the warning track. He makes the catch. Next for the Dodgers, Josh Donaldson. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and one gone. Now the first pitch here from Lester. In there, and it's 0-1.
Okay, I see where this guy's going, right? He wants to pitch backwards, a little 0-0 curveball. Don't be shocked if this hitter's sitting all over that same pitch right here.
Now Lester's 0-1, and there's ball one.
I feel like when you're facing a two-pitch mix like this, sink or changeup, as an offense, the game plan has to be the fact that you have to get something elevated. You know he's not going to beat you with velocity, so it's going to come down to who executes better.
The 1-1 is looked at for ball number 2. Now the 2-1 fouled away. Seager, base runner at first with one out. And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3.
Not a bad time right here to put that runner in motion. 3-2 count. You send the runner, and if it's a bad pitch, it's ball 4.
Full count, here it comes. And this is fouled at the plate. Once again a 3-2. Comes back with the cut fastball for strike 3 called, and there are 2 down.
One thing to know is not all strikeouts are created equal. Right there, he goes down on strikes, but he really made that guy on the mound work for it. And when you're doing that in the first inning, it can have an effect on how deep he's going to be able to go into this start. There's a big difference between that and going down on 3 or 4 pitches.
So that'll bring in the National League rookie home run record holder Cody Bellinger. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. Changeup called strike 1.
This guy loves to drop the head on those pitches down and in. I'm shocked he went in there, but he's able to jump ahead and get away with it.
Set to deliver the 0-1.
That's a ball.
Missed with a breaking ball. In the dirt here. And he'll just beat the throw to second. He's in there. And he'll make it into scoring position here with 2 away, as that'll be scored a wild pitch.
Well, the graphic here isn't going to properly show just how far that pitch was from the strike zone. That thing wasn't even close, and I think it made the decision to move up a base pretty easy to make.
Now the 2-1 down the first baseline, but this will be a foul ball as that evens things at 2-2. Full count to Bellinger, 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Now on 3-2 as a pitcher, you've got to go with the pitch that you feel most comfortable throwing with.
And he fouls this one off. Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. And now time to check how Joe Madden has lined the Cubbies up in this one. Mark, what's your take on him against one of the best starters in the game?
Matty, you take a look at this lineup. I find myself thinking back to my playing days when I knew I had the ace on the mound. It had to be win day, and when you get in a car to drive to the yard, you tell yourself, even though you felt bad about it, just get 2 or 3. All the pressure's on the big boy to have to execute, and he usually does. Look for this lineup to try and execute and score, manufacture 1 or 2 runs early in this one. All right, guys, here's the defensive alignment for the Los Angeles Dodgers. And let's focus our attention on Josh Harrison. Basically your Swiss Army knife for a manager. The ability to play up the middle, premium positions, also both corners, and carries a nice bat to boot.
So digging in now, Anthony Rizzo. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Third baseman, Anthony Rizzo.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And he gets ahead 0-1. His lifetime numbers against Kershaw. He's got 8 hits in 18 at-bats. 2 of those hits were for home runs. And it's fouled away. A ball and 2 strikes to Anthony Rizzo.
Great arm action on that 2-strike changeup right there, but even better job at the plate to take that one.
The 1-2. Misses for the second ball.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And Kershaw can't find the target there as he's run it as far as it can go now. It's 3-2.
From 0-2 to 3-2, what a great at-bat to start this inning off. Hey, this could be a productive inning.
Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
Batting second, third baseman.
So in now for Chicago, Chris Bryant. Here comes the first pitch.
That's a
Ball 1.
Well, he punched out the last guy, but he didn't get any favors from the blue on the first pitch in this at-bat. Probably should be ahead of this hitter instead of behind.
The 1-0 delivery. A fastball down near the shoe tops. Three and 0 now.
I'd be shocked if this wasn't a 4-pitch walk right here. He doesn't want to mess around and leave something over the heart of the plate and get beat in this situation.
Here it comes, the 3-0. Is laid off, but in there for strike 1. One out, nobody on. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now. Fouled off. softly hit toward the hole. And he'll step on first himself for the out.
Batting third.
And with 2 away now, let's give you a look at the big picture here. There you see the participants in this year's playoffs. Stepping up to the plate, George Springer. First cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away. First pitch of the at-bat. Almost a worm burner as he misses on a low fastball. Ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Takes this the other way to right. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. So the bottom of the inning is still alive after the 2-out base hit.
For every pitcher, you'd like to get through that first inning. 1, 2, 3, 2-out single. Now the cleanup man comes up.
Absolutely, and you know what that means. Cleanup hitter. Guys are in scoring position the minute he steps in the box, let alone have someone on first base.
Here's Javier Baez. And he takes ball 1. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Kershaw is what you may call a stingy starting pitcher. He rarely gets hit around, and on top of that, he usually excels at limiting free passes. A great combination to have.
Matty V, I think one of the keys to being a good starting pitcher, 1, limiting the number of pitches that you throw into a game, and 2, getting outs as quickly as you can. And there aren't too many guys that do it better than this guy. Not a lot of pitches. One of the things I like, he's in attack mode from the first pitch of every at-bat.
If I'm managing this hitter right here, he doesn't even have to look down at the third base coach. You know he's got the green light. He's one of the best hitters in your lineup.
Takes a fastball on the inside corner. His lifetime numbers against Kershaw. He's got 4 hits and 10 at-bats. He's also hit a couple of home runs against him. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline, but this will wind up foul as he runs the count full now.
Full count with 2 outs now, so if he can put the ball in the gap somewhere, he could have a good shot of driving in a run because the runner at first will be in motion.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Gets him swinging. He struck him out. An inning in the books tonight, still scoreless here on MLB Network. Next up for Los Angeles, Josh Harrison. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
John Harrison.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Up around the face. One and one to count. Lifted in the air out to right. Springer on the run, and that's the first out of the inning. In now is Yasiel Puig.
The right fielder, number 66, Yasiel Puig.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Swing and a miss at a changeup that has him all kinds of goofed up at the plate.
Great job by the pitcher right there to pull the string. He knew he had an aggressive hitter at the plate, somebody who was sitting on fastball and ready to do damage, and he was able to slow him down.
Ouch, that one hit him.
Batting 7.
Digging in, Chris Taylor. His past history against John Lester, he's 3 for 9. He also has 1 home run. comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And that one's buried in the dirt. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball.
Well, you can see what he's trying to do right there. Double play situation. 2 balls down in the zone, trying to get that ground ball. Didn't get him to bite at either one. Now he's behind in the count, 2-0.
But the runner's back easily. And now they've got him in a rundown. And they got him at second base on a good, smart play that time. 2-0 pitch on the way. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
That pitch up in the zone called the strike, and that's a tough pitch for a batter to hit, though, that fastball that's high in the zone.
Now the 2-1 is swung on and missed for strike number 2.
2-2.
Now a fastball inside, and he works it back to a full count now. Grounder down the line at third, but this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. The 3-2 one more time. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. Another payoff pitch. And he misses here for ball 4. Already 2 walks surrendered in his first couple of innings of work.
We knew coming into this game that this guy has a tendency to give up a lot of free passes, and history repeats itself as he's already given up 2 walks here. I'll tell you, effectively wild is a pretty tough thing to be.
That'll bring in Austin Barnes. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. First pitch of the at-bat. Runners on the move for second. That's a strike. The throw down is well behind the play. That's an easy stolen base.
It was pretty obvious he would likely be on the move with 2 outs, and I'm sure the defense knew it too. But he has lightning speed and was able to take the bag anyways.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Just lucky to make contact on that one as it's chopped foul. The 0-2 once more. And a fastball swung on and missed, and the side is retired. 1 left for LA. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Here's Addison Russell as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 here to start the home half of the second.
Addison Russell.
First offering on its way. And a fastball just a bit high. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And that one just missed outside. Back up the middle. And that's through for a hit. So the leadoff man reaches base to start out their half of the second inning.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras, as he'll take a look at ball 1. Now the 1-0 is laid off for ball 2.
After 2 breaking pitches, there's a pretty good chance right now you're probably going to get something right in the middle of the strike zone to swing at. So if you're looking for it, go ahead and turn that baby loose.
Over the outside half, and it's 2-1. The 2-1 home. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
If you're going to catch up to a high fastball like that, it's all about getting that front foot down in enough time to allow your hands to start moving forward. He was way too late there.
High pop-up. Turner is there, and he's got it for the first out.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well-executed pitch there.
And now here's the versatile outfielder, Albert Almora Jr. There's Harrison for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Welcome back to this MLB Network broadcast from Wrigley Field in Chicago. Cloud Gate there, a popular tourist destination at Millennium Park.
Leading off for the Dodgers.
Next to hit will be the pitcher, Clayton Kershaw. 9-1-2 due up. First pitch on its way. And the changeup is way low that time. A dangerous changeup left high, but called for a strike.
There's a called strike on a changeup, not a particularly good one. That changeup up in the zone like this oftentimes gets hit very hard. Was able to get away with it that time, but if he's going to be successful, he's going to need to get that changeup down in the zone around the knees.
Dodgers pitcher trying to deal with a 1-2 count at the plate. The 1-2 is taken for ball 2. Swing and a miss as he starts the third the same way he ended the second with a punch out, 1 away.
Boy, there's nothing like seeing a good power pitcher that has a good fastball. And what does he do? He just throws this good fastball right by, brings the express. No chance to put that ball in play.
Here's Corey Seager. Lifted down the line in left. Under it is Zobrist, 2 away now.
First baseman number 10.
Riding in once again, Justin Turner. This guy's still looking at a 0 in the hit column. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner.
You know, Matty, when I first broke into the league, you wouldn't see that high heater first pitch right out of the gate. But I think there's been a change in philosophy here. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, guys wanted to attack you more east-west, get you leaning left-right. Now you're seeing guys attack in the philosophy more north-south. Just with launch angles and exit velocities, I think guys are afraid to throw that sinking fastball for fear that guys are just going to run their barrel into it. Not the case with the high fastball.
And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. And a good pitch, but it misses here, and that moves the count back to even on the Dodger third baseman, 2-2. Swung on in the dirt, strike 3. And the throw to first ends the inning. Dodgers down in order. Home half of the third coming up. No score. The next Cub up, Ben Zobrist. He'll be the one to start things here against Clayton Kershaw.
Ben Zobrist.
First pitch of the at-bat. And a neck-high fastball that time. Zobrist, or Zorilla as he's sometimes called. He was taken in the 6th round back in the 2004 first-year player draft.
Hey, nothing has been handed to this guy. Drafted in the middle rounds, and he has found his way in the big leagues. This has turned out to be a really nice pick.
2-0 now. On the ground to third. And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
Hey, right here, anytime a leadoff hitter gets on in front of the pitcher, it puts the defense on notice. You're going to see the third baseman creeping in. You're going to see the first baseman crashing, trying to get that out at second base. But if not, make sure of one.
Into the box, John Lester. Now a bunt attempt here. This is foul for the first strike. High set by Kershaw. Now the pitch. Now a bunt attempt here. And they'll just tag him out along the first base line.
Sacrifice was in order right there as he gets the bunt down right there. And sometimes it's easier to just tag him instead of making that throw to first base.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Bellinger will range to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the second out of the inning. Ready for another chance? Chris Bryant, runner in scoring position with Sugan. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Fouled away. Kershaw comes set. Here he comes 0-1.
1-1.
And a breaking ball stays outside. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first and no swing. It's ball 2. He's set and the 2-1 pitch. Swung on and missed, and it's even at 2-2.
Hey, boys, you talk about getting your A swing off. That's what it looks like right there. A guy with massive power letting it eat.
Here now the 2-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. Cubs strand 1. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. Here's the third baseman, Josh Donaldson, as we begin the top of the 4th.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Now the first pitch here from Lester. Too high that time with the inning's first pitch. It's ball 1.
Boy, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, you have to make sure it's up above the zone like that. He can't do a whole lot with that, but if it were a little lower, he can and will make you pay big time.
And he fouls this one off. The 1-1. Saws him off here as this ball's popped into the air. The 1-2. And it's fouled away. Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. Fouled off.
Hey, I'm biased to the hitter right now. Keep frustrating that pitcher. Foul 12 of these things off. He's going to miss over the heart of the plate at some point.
Oh, and look out as this runs in and gets him. The second man he's plunked in this one.
Yeah, I can hear the crowd murmuring now, wondering if he hit him on purpose. But hey, us pitchers need to be able to throw inside, especially when facing hitters as dangerous as he is. Pretty sure this one just got away from him, and hey, that's part of the game.
Standing in now, Cody Bellinger. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. Looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Now Lester's 0-1. Line hard. But this will be a foul ball. On a good changeup, a swing and a miss, and he's set down on strikes for the second time today.
Wow, that's one of the toughest pitches in baseball to hit right. That good straight changeup, El Cambio. There's not much you can do with that. You're going off of that arm speed, and the ball, it just doesn't get there.
Josh Harrison stands in. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball one. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Runners off for second. Donaldson stands at first with one out. Checks his swing here, but he does so in time. Harrison in front, 3 balls and a strike.
I love the approach out on the mound. Everything's down in the zone as it should be, but now you find yourself in a 3-1 count. Do you elevate a little bit more and get back in this zone, or do you just pitch around them?
And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
Hey, I'm a little shocked right there. Double play situation. He doesn't go with the sinker. He goes with the ordinary fastball in that situation.
Dodgers have yet to break into the hit column here. This is line to left. Under it is Zobrist. 2 away now.
The right fielder, number 66, Yasiel Puig.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Yasiel Puig. He was drilled by a pitch his last time up. First pitch of the at-bat. A high fastball is in there. From the belt, the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2. Puig, commonly known around baseball as Wild Horse. This is his 6th season for him in the big leagues. (0-2) now from Lester. This is skied into the air to straightaway center. Waiting on it is Almora, and the inning is over. Dodgers leave one. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. Here's George Springer.
Leading off the fourth inning, right fielder, George Springer.
First pitch on its way. Takes a knee-high fastball.
Hey, it's not always about filling up the strike zone all the time every inning. He's pitching well as we're moving into the middle innings, but interestingly, less than 50% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
And he misses with it, 1-1. And he'll come back with one in the third as the count moves to 2-1 now. Three balls and a strike to the Chicago leadoff hitter.
Great AB so far. I'd really like to see this guy work a walk and get on base for this team. Maybe give them a shot of confidence that they got a shot to get back in this one.
And that misses for ball 4. It's a leadoff walk that starts the bottom of the fourth.
Well, they haven't been able to scratch a run across yet, so maybe this walk will jumpstart their offense a little bit.
Here's Javier Baez. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And there's one he'd like to have over again. Missed high with the slider.
This is where he might need a mound visit, whether it be from the shortstop, his pitching coach, or the catcher. These last couple of pitches have certainly gotten away from him.
No runs, 3 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies.
He was able to foul that one off, but you could tell he was definitely late. That breaking ball, the pitch before that heater right there, definitely threw his timing off.
1-1 is in there for strike number 2.
Hey, I don't mind that take right there. That was a nasty breaking ball. Started outside the zone, popped back inside the zone. Good spin rate on it. Move on to the next pitch.
The 1-2 is a fastball taken high for a ball. And Kershaw can't find the target there as he's run it as far as it can go now. It's 3-2. Addison Russell will be next. Nobody out, runner on first. And boy, that misses as well. It's back-to-back walks to start out the inning.
Well, they've struggled offensively in this one so far, but after that walk, they've got runners at first and second and look ready to make a little noise. Just need a big hit now.
Here's Addison Russell, 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. From the stretch, there's a fastball that just misses, ball 1.
Well, they've yet to hang a number on the scoreboard, but it looks like they've got a great opportunity from the breakthrough. Going to be pretty demoralizing if they can't.
Here it comes, 1-0. And that changeup makes him jump, a swing and a miss.
Oh, that changeup came in at 89 miles an hour. You know a guy throws hard when his off speed is in the high 80s.
That nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1.
Well, I know the last thing he wants to do is load the bases right here, so the pressure is on right now to get back in the strike zone. Two.
Is that gun reading right there? Because that just registered at 91 miles an hour on a slider. If he's working that pitch, that's most guys' fastballs. It's going to be a long game.
And he'll stay alive here, but just barely as this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. First and second here with nobody out. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. And a half swing that time, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the umpire, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
For me, check swings are right there next to bang-bang plays at first as the most difficult calls for an ump to make. Taking a look at show motion, the batter doesn't appear to hold up enough, so I think the call was right.
Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. Popped him up. Barnes is under it. 2 gone.
Center fielder, number 5.
Digging in to try it again, Albert Almora. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. Springer over at second. Baez on at first with 2 down. A 2 ball, no strike count to the Cubs center fielder.
What a great opportunity to come through right here. 2-0 count, runners on base. Find something middle of the plate and let it rip.
Skied into straightaway right. Puig's got a read on it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. A couple of walks, but no damage. Back with more from Game 1 after this.
Leading off for the Dodgers, center fielder number 3, Chris Taylor.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. Taylor, originally from the state of Virginia, he was a 5th round pick during the first-year player draft of 2012.
Hey, nothing has been handed to this guy. Drafted in the middle rounds, and he has found his way in the big leagues. This has turned out to be a really nice pick.
2 balls and no strikes, the count to the Dodgers center fielder. From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Swing and a ball hit foul as this will find the seats in right. Oh, he wanted that one, but it misses for ball 3.
Well, that's ball 3. The Dodgers right now would love to start this inning off with a walk anyway to get this leadoff guy on.
Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. And a good eye here as he takes ball 4, and it's a base on balls to lead off the 5th inning.
They haven't been able to register a hit against this guy, but at least they have a base runner here. We'll see if that leads to something.
So coming to the plate, Austin Barnes. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. On its way is pitch number 75. Low with a fastball here in the dirt even. It's ball 1. one well above the zone for a ball.
Sometimes you got to be aggressive offensively, but sometimes you just let the pitcher dig his own grave. Patience and discipline seem to be the way to go right here.
A runner at first with no outs here. Two balls and a strike to count to Austin Barnes.
Love the pitch call there. 2-0. You know the guy's geared up for a fastball, and you drop a changeup in the zone. That's going to be a tough pitch to handle.
2-1. Here it is. A fastball that just misses inside.
This situation right here reminds me of sitting on the bench talking to John Smoltz, Hall of Famer. He would always say, even though the situation looked bad, a pitcher is one pitch away from getting himself out of a tough jam.
And he lays off there, ball 4. So back-to-back walks have him in business here with nobody out. So now time will be called as we're going to get a visit from the pitching coach here as he'll hope to settle his guy down. The pitcher, Clayton Kershaw, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation. So let's see if that is indeed on right here. First delivery to him on the way. Now a bunt attempt here. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Now a bunt attempt here. Only plays to first, so the pitcher does his job as it's a successful sacrifice.
Up next for the Dodgers.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Corey Seager. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Here comes the first pitch. Just got a piece of it as it's fouled back. Seager sees the ball really well when facing left-handed pitching and generally picks up a lot of hits against southpaws. He isn't known for displaying a ton of power, however, in these matchups.
Yeah, in today's game, when you're hearing the word launch angle, I don't think it applies to him against left-handed pitching. He can put a lot of balls in contact. He doesn't get himself into too many count leverage situations and tries to go deep too much. Just a guy who really puts bat to ball.
The 1-1 is in there for the second strike.
This is a situation where the offensive player just needs to do his job. Take inventory, infield back, get you a ground ball somewhere in the infield, preferably off the corners, and get your team the lead.
The 1-2 is a breaking ball that misses off the plate.
Well, that's what you want from your curveball on 1 and 2. You start it in the zone and let it break out of the zone where it can't be punished. Didn't get him to go after it, but the execution was nice.
Weak grounder back to the mound. And there are 2 away now. Still a little early to start talking about these things. There you go, right there. A big goose egg in that hit column, worth keeping in mind as we get later into the afternoon. Digging in once again, Justin Turner. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And this is taken outside for ball 1. And 2-0 as this one's taken low. Taylor, the runner at third. Barnes at second with 2 gone. Two and one now. High and deep to right center. On the move is Springer. He's got it, and they get out of the jam unscathed. And something about this outing so far is beginning to look awfully familiar, especially in regards to that hit column. We're back with more of Game 1 after this message and a word from our local stations. Here's Ben Zobrist now, a base hit in his first trip.
Left fielder, Ben Zobrist.
First offering on its way. And that one just missed outside.
That's a really tough pitch to do anything with. The backdoor slider just off the plate, just missing the strike zone. That's nearly an unhittable pitch to hit for a hitter.
The 1-0 home is a slider that can't catch the outside.
Those are just two great takes right there. Those are pretty good pitches. Sliders down the way, both of them. Just off the plate, couldn't get the batter to fish.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1.
Oh, that's for sure going to be a pitch he wants back. You're not going to get many balls right in the wheelhouse from a top-level arm like this.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That's missed with a breaking ball.
You can bet they love ball 4 here. That gives the pitcher on deck an obvious bunt situation to move the runner into scoring position.
The 3-1. Hard ground ball to third. And that'll be a base hit for Zobrist. With that, the Cubs get their leadoff man aboard.
He got the pitch he wanted, and he didn't miss it right there. Hammer job.
Sean Lester.
Stepping in now, John Lester. And the pitcher is in fact bunting here as he puts this one down. Throws in time, and that's out number 1.
First baseman number 44.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Anthony Rizzo. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. He's set. Here it comes. And that one stayed too low, apparently. The 1-0. Misses, ball 2.
Well, both of those balls have been inside, so if I'm hitting, I'm looking for something I can get my arms extended on. Probably won't come back inside for a third time.
Now the 2-0 home. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. And foul. He's set. Here's the 2-2. And that slider must have been low. It's ball 3. And here's the 3-2 from him. There's a swing and a high pop-up. Donaldson over to his left. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Now batting.
Here's Chris Bryant now. He went down on strikes last time up.
This guy has been unbelievable. There were billboards outside Wrigley while he was still in AAA. And what does he do when he shows up? Rookie of the Year, MVP. I mean, get in line.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a ball 1-0. No runs, 4 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0.
Well, he's got a base open to use right here, and it looks like he might not be afraid to do that by the way he's pitching him.
Now the 2-0. Outside, 3-0 now. Kershaw comes set. 3-0 on its way. And that misses, ball 4. So it's first and second now with 2 out.
And with the bases empty, you don't feel bad about walking that guy. He's capable of taking deep every time he digs in. So it's not the worst thing in the world to work around him if you can.
Ready once again, George Springer. And we'll see what he can do here with a pair of runners on base and 2 gone here in the 5th. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Lays off 1-0.
These guys have got to be frustrated as an offensive unit so far in this one. They haven't been able to crack the code on their opponent, but it's not like they're getting great pitches to hit either. This starter has kept the ball on the corners of the zone all game long.
The 1-0 is in there for strike 1. Now the 1-1 pitch is a breaking ball that's taken for a ball.
Wow, that was a decent breaking ball right there, but that's just a pitch that's a little easier to lay off of when you're opposite-handed, opposite bat. You could see the sweep of the ball coming right into you. That was a great take.
Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. A fastball that just misses inside.
Time for him to attack on the mound. He knows his team's struggling offensively. Don't mess around and try and nibble. Just be on the attack and let them beat you.
And a full count to George Springer. It's 3-2.
A lot of times you see guys in the middle of the order get worked away, but not right here. They're keeping it inside on him.
Three-two pitch is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. Cubs strand a couple. 6th inning coming up. Still zip, zip. Here's the third baseman, Josh Donaldson. He'll start things out for the Dodgers in their half of inning number 6.
We're moving through the middle of this ball game right now. If they want to get things going, how about trying to get some base runners on or at least get a base hit? They don't have any hits going into this part of the game.
First pitch of the at-bat. Wouldn't bite on a good sinker that time that missed.
Right here, he's looking to get himself into a good hitter's count so he can take a rip and maybe give his team the lead. He certainly has the power.
A 1-1 count now to Donaldson. And a front foot curveball here that misses down and in for ball 2. Two and one. Here's Lester's offering. Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner. Here's Lester now on 2-2. Now this one's hit hard to left field by Donaldson and deep. Looking up is Contreras into the bleachers and gone. It's a solo shot off the bat of Josh Donaldson. His first homer here in the series, and the Dodgers strike first, 1-0.
Well, people always wonder why some players make so much money, and there's your answer. The great ones find a way to rise to the occasion in the postseason, and he did right there.
So that'll bring in the National League rookie home run record holder Cody Bellinger as he lays off a fastball too low for ball one. Bases are empty here, nobody out. Hit in the air out to left field. There to take it is Zobrist, and that's out number one. Josh Harrison stands in. 1 run in and 1 gone so far this inning. First delivery to him on the way. And a fastball just a bit up. And through 5 1/3, already coming up on 100 pitches here.
Yeah, Matty V, this pitch count continues to go up, up, up. Near 100 pitches here. He's not even through the 6th inning. And Mark DeRosa, this is right where you'd like to have a pitcher like this guy.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of stress pitches for him, you know. Usually you can throw 100 pitches, and if you're not taxed and there's not people in runners in scoring position, you could be all right. But he's had to grind this one.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he finds a way to catch the zone here. It's 1-2. Swing and a miss at 1 in the dirt. Contreras corrals it, and he makes the throw to first. Harrison is retired, 2 down now. Ready once again, Yasiel Puig. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First pitch coming, here it is. Looks at a 2-seamer right down the middle.
This guy's cruising along, pitching well as we enter the middle innings of this one. Less than 60% of his first pitches have been for strikes. If he could clean that up a little bit, he could really roll into the later innings in this one.
And it's quickly 0-2. And the changeup is way low that time.
Well, that's a smart miss there. Sometimes guys will chase it down there, especially when they're in protect mode on an 0-2 count.
2 out, nobody on. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. This one misses, and that'll fill the count here. 3-2 with 2 away.
One of the things you want to do with a starter, get that pitch count up. Here's another productive at bat as this count now gets to 3 balls and 2 strikes.
3-2 pitch. On the ground to second for Baez. Fielded cleanly. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. But the Dodgers are on the board first thanks to this solo home run. Through 5 1/2, it's now 1-0 LA. Digging in once again, Javier Baez. It was a walk in his last trip.
Javier Baez.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. And foul. Slow curveball like a balloon, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 2.
You know, we haven't seen that pitch from him in a while, but it looks like he's got pretty good feel for it. If he's going to pick and choose when he's going to use it, he could steal some strikes that way.
He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Curveball that time, not even close. And that's into the corner, a foul ball and right.
Batter's going to have to find a way to regroup right there. That caught too much of the plate. He knew it. He missed it. He might not get another opportunity to put the ball in play.
And he got him.
This guy is really locked in on the bump right now. He's just playing good old-fashioned hardball right now, just rearing back and letting it go. And it seems like this lineup, they don't have an answer for anything he's bringing so far.
Digging in to try it again, Addison Russell, 1 for 2. He singled and struck out in 2 trips. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Line drive, base hit into the left center field gap.
He wasn't letting that one go. Jumped on the first pitch right there and drove it into the outfield for a base hit.
In now, Wilson Contreras, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Contreras in front, 2 balls and no strikes. The 2-0. Too tight with that one. 3-0. Runners on first with 1 down. Into right field. That's a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Hey, listen, as a pitcher, when you fall behind with 3 balls, you want to come in there and throw a strike, and sometimes you're going to give up a base hit.
Yeah, Danny, that's the name of the game from the offensive standpoint. Work yourself, count leverage, man. 2-0, 3-0, 3-1. Buy yourself that pot-committed fastball and cheat.
And now here's the versatile outfielder, Albert Almora Jr. 0-1 the count. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. And that slider's almost in the dirt.
Well, that's a great take there, right there, on that slider down and in. That's one of the toughest pitches to lay off of as a hitter. That hard breaking ball coming down and in at the back foot. A tough take on a good pitch.
Popped him up. Barnes moving to his left. 2 down.
Now batting, left fielder.
So stepping in, Ben Zobrist, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Lying toward the gap in left center. And that'll get down out there. And the tying run comes around to score from second. It's 1-1.
Boy, talking about coming up with a big knock. After that pop-up, it looked like the inning was potentially over. Big 2-out base hit to drive in a run.
Yeah, you watch your teammate in front of you miss his pitch. He got a nice pitch to hit right there and pops it up. You could tell he was dejected as he went back to the dugout. All you're trying to do is be a great teammate. Sean Casey always used to say to me, hey, D-Row, mix in a good teammate one time. That's exactly what this guy did.
Takes a knee-high fastball. We'll see if he can come through in a clutch spot here. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 6. He's set. Here's the 0-1. And that misses 1-1. Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now. 2 down, runners at first and second. Slider, and it's off his glove, and it bounces away. So now 2 men in scoring position. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Count remains 2-2. Here's another 2-2. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. So it's a run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on. On to the 7th here in game 1. All tied at 1-1. Welcome back here to the historic friendly confines of Wrigley Field. 7th inning coming up now in game 1 as we take a look there at our game summary through the first 6 innings so far.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Chicago Cubs, number 46, Pedro Strop.
Striding in once again, Chris Taylor. A couple of walks for him thus far.
Fielder number 3, Chris Taylor.
First delivery to him on the way. Hit toward the right side. And this will be put away easily for the out.
Now batting, captain Austin Barnes.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Austin Barnes comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Sharp slider that time, just missed inside. Strop, a 32-year-old veteran. This is his 10th season at the major league level, so almost a decade, which is quite an accomplishment. Two and 0 now.
I'm seeing him just a little too amped up out there right now. That's common with hard throwers like him. Running a blazing fastball up there is great, but if you can't harness it, what good does it do you?
1 out, nobody on. Two balls and a strike now. And this one's going to bounce up to the plate. An easy take there, and it's 3-1 now.
Walks are never good, but they're especially bad news late in games like this. It seems like they always come back to bite you.
Can't keep that one fair, and now the count's full. Now the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a liner. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
You think there's any justice in the game, watch those two at bats. Both of them hit on the absolute screws. One's right at one guy, and then one's a single. Go figure.
Matt Kemp will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 27, Matt Kemp.
0-1 count. Here it comes. Sliders in for a strike.
You like the modern style of baseball. Here it is. Both starters kept their teams in the game. It's close right now. Now we hand it over to the nasty bullpens. Let's see what matchups are going to take place.
Struck him out.
The batter,
Here's Corey Seager. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. First pitch on its way. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball.
Yeah, guys, the key to hitting in the big leagues is to hit off the heater, and this guy is obviously sitting something else.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
I like that they went away with that pitch right there. They really tried to tie him up on that previous pitch, so he was probably what we call inside conscious. He didn't get a strike there, but I'm guessing he was looking for another ball in.
Well, they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now.
Oh, wow, that's what they call a jam sandwich. Wow, not much you can do with that pitch that's in tight.
Got him swinging on the splitter that time, and with that, the side is retired. One left for L.A. Score remains tied 1-1.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Dodgers, number 46.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Anthony Rizzo. He'll start things out here in the bottom of inning number 7. First pitch of the at-bat. He takes a high fastball for a strike.
He might want that pitch back, up and away. That's a pitch you can really drive if you have the right approach towards that opposite field gap.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. A high fastball is in there. Fields, a 32-year-old veteran who was selected in the first round during the first-year player draft of 2012.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
Here's a little chopper up the middle to his right, Seager, and a rather easy first out.
Up next for the Cubs, third baseman.
Ready for another chance? Chris Bryant. It was a walk in his last trip. He's set, and the pitch. Way in front of that fastball.
That pitch just had too much velocity on it for you to catch up to that. Unless you're cheating to a high fastball above the belt and you're all in, I say you got to find a way to lower your sights, or it's going to be a tough game.
Now here it comes. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. Now the 1-1 pitch. Doesn't catch the outside corner. It's a ball. The 2-1 is a fastball down below the knees.
3 balls, 1 strike.
The 3-1 pitch. Finds the zone to fill the count, 3-2.
That's a real good job of going back-to-back fastballs right there. Most of the time, a hitter will see a fastball in the inside half of the plate, and they'll just think, well, this pitcher's going to go back on the outside. But when you double up like he did right there, it sends a message to the hitter that you're not afraid to throw in that inner half of the plate.
Into the corner and slicing foul.
You pull a fastball like that, you got to tell yourself to slow it down a little bit, play more gap to gap, and keep that front shoulder square, pointed towards the pitcher. That'll keep everything on plane.
High and deep to right center. He lays out for it, but he can't pull it in. Around second, he's on his way to third. The relay, and he'll make it to third base safely with only one out as the go-ahead run.
Of course they feel good about the triple, but I know how managers thinking. He's in the dugout wishing that triple would have come when some guys were on base. They've left a lot of guys out there in this one. We'll see if his teammate can bring it home.
Here's George Springer, and the runner's coming home. And they roll the dice with the squeeze, and he gets it down. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the second out, but meanwhile, the run is in to score. So a gutsy call there, as that takes some serious stones to call the suicide squeeze this late in the game, but the go-ahead run comes in to score. Here's Javier Baez, and he'll watch one miss up and away for a ball, 1-0. Lifetime history with Josh Fields. He's hitless in 3 at-bats. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. He'll take a look at a strike on the inside corner. It's 1-2.
Hey, that's just a great pitch right there. Fastball at the bottom of the zone, right under the knee. It's interesting. I was a low ball hitter, so you could take the strike zone and go to the ground with it. I can live with that being called a strike. What I can't live with is above the belt getting popped.
The 1-2 pitch. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one.
I know he fouled that pitch off right there, but he was definitely out in front. He was cheating to a heater, no question about it.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And a fastball just a bit high. Now a fastball inside, and he works it back to a full count now. Addison Russell would be next if they can keep this inning alive. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. Got him! And he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time. So 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. The Cubs are on top 2-1. Carl Edwards Jr. has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Carl Edwards Jr.
Next for the Dodgers, Justin Turner. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
8th inning underway here with a curveball that's taken for a ball, 1-0. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. The 1-0. Gets him to chase a ball out of the zone for the first strike. I think it's safe to say he wasn't ready for the fastball.
Yeah, and they set him up with that curveball on the pitch before, and that one, they just blew right by him.
And they could go either way now, I suppose. Two balls and a strike.
2-1.
Fly ball out toward left center field. There to take it is Zobrist, and that's out number 1. Here's the third baseman, Josh Donaldson. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A ball and no strikes.
Well, late in the game like this, calls that don't go your way can really throw you off when you're on the mound, but you just can't let it happen. His composure is getting a little test right here.
The 1-0. Finds the zone, strike 1.
We're seeing quite a few pitches up from him right now, and that can obviously be dangerous. A cold strike there, but he might need to lower his sights a little bit.
Our pitcher's duel continues here. 2-1 score as we play the 8th. Two and one.
1 strike.
And a fastball, but he's losing it a bit here to 3-1 now. Cody Bellinger is on deck. Three and two now. Three-two pitch. And he lays off ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game.
And I'm sure the manager is just fine with that. I mean, it's better to battle a slugger like that to the end and end up walking him than serving on up where he can really hurt you.
And next will be the Dodgers cleanup hitter, Cody Bellinger. He flew out in his last at-bat. First delivery to him on the way. Almost a worm burner as he misses on a low fastball, ball 1. The 1-0 is well placed down and away for a strike. Edwards, a right-hander standing 6'3". He was taken in the very late rounds back in 2011.
What an absolute steal. I mean, this guy has gotten a lot of people some big raises in the organization. To be drafted as low as he was and turned himself into one of the biggest superstars in our sport. I am very impressed with what this guy's been able to accomplish.
In the dirt, and it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw. And not what they were hoping for as that moves the possible tying run into scoring position.
Well, when you throw a breaking ball in the dirt, that's the danger. You have to trust your catcher, but this one skips away, and the open base takes the double opportunity away with it. Might prove to be costly.
1 out, 1 on in a 1-run game. Here now the 2-2 is laid off and the count runs full. Now the payoff pitch home is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
Looked to me like he had the right idea with the swing on that pitch, and he just didn't get the bat through the zone in time. The pitch was away. He let it get deep, maybe trying to take it the other way, but it got too deep and was by him by the time his barrel could get in the correct position.
Josh Harrison stands in. Been a rough go of things at the plate for him so far, but his guys are looking for him to change that right here.
Yeah, nothing better than coming through for the boys in a tight game, Matt, especially when you're kind of due to do something productive.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. Donaldson stands at second with 2 gone. And that's in there for his strike 1-1. And this one gets away. The throw will go to third, and he is in there at third as the possible tying run. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch. The 2-1. It's a fastball that misses. Yasiel Puig would be next. 2 outs here with a runner at third. And the good fastball there finds the zone as the count goes full now, 3-2. Swing and a miss at a big breaking ball, and that's how the inning comes to an end. So they pick up no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. It's the Cubs 2 and the Dodgers 1.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for Los Angeles, number 63, Jimmy Garcia.
Here's Addison Russell. He scored after reaching on a single in his last time up.
Addison Russell.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that misses for ball 1. And a fastball here that's taken for ball 2. Two-0 count. The pitch too high, and it's 3-0.
3 balls, no strike.
Three balls and a strike to the Chicago leadoff hitter. The 3-1. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Nearly a big fly to start the inning. Instead, a foul ball. The 3-2 pitch. Takes this the other way to right. And that's a base hit. So a chance for some important insurance here to kick off the bottom of the 8th.
Hey, Dero, not a bad night. 3 singles, but hey, you'll take 3 for 4 every day of the week.
Yeah, in today's day and age, Dan, where everything's a homer, a walk, or a strikeout, it's refreshing to see this guy throw out 3 base hits.
Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras, as he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. And it's 1-1. And now some action in that Dodger bullpen as a left-hander has begun to get loose. Nobody out, runner on first. Oh, this is hit to third. Will it be 2? There's Harrison for 1. On to first, and they get them both.
Center fielder, number 5, Albert Almora.
And now here's the versatile outfielder Albert Almora Jr. In his last at bat, he popped out in foul ground. First delivery to him on the way. A fastball right down the middle for a strike.
That pitch was right down the heart of the plate, but obviously this guy had made up his mind on the on-deck circle. He was taken all the way, and he was going to zone him up.
And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. 2 out, nobody on. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Hit on the ground out to short. Seager has it. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. Nothing happening there for the Cubbies as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. There's Joe Madden up out of the dugout now on his way to home plate, so it looks as though he's going to call for the double switch here. Brandon Morrow comes out of the bullpen to shut things down here in the ninth.
Now pitching and batting in the 7th spot, number 15, Brandon Morrow. Now playing center field and batting in the 9th spot, number 22.
In now is Yasiel Puig. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far.
Leading off for the Dodgers, the right fielder, number 6.
Here comes the first pitch. Here's a swing and a ground ball. But a foul ball here, 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to go a little bit further outside the zone. 3 foul balls in a row. He wants to get a swing and a miss on this next pitch.
Dribbled up the line. Bryant gloves it. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning ggets underway.
Number 3, Chris Taylor.
Ready for another shot now. Chris Taylor. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And looks like he got the call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th. Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. Morrow, a California-born ball player. This is his 12th season in the big league, so he's put together a really nice career to this point.
Yeah, Matty, this guy has had an amazing career. And you know what? It's a testament to how hard he's worked, the changes he's had to make. This is a game of adjustments. You don't hang around this long if you're not prepared to make some adjustments along the way.
Bullet back up the middle. Hayward is there, and there are 2 men gone now.
Boy, talk about hitting into some rough luck. That was an absolute bullet to the outfield that gets caught, and he would have represented the tying run.
That'll bring in Austin Barnes. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Ball 1.
Well, those were a couple of close pitches right there in the inner part of the zone. Hitters will tell you, pitches in that location are tough to do anything with.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Throw on to first will be in time to get him, and the Cubs have taken their first step as they claim game 1 here at home. This ball game is over.
Hey, it always feels good to win a baseball game, but when you can win one at home in front of your home crowd, all those fans cheering, this is a good win for this team.
This one, definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. Well, heroes are made in the postseason, and he was at least the hero in this one. He's our top player of the game.
And obviously, every game is so important in the postseason. So when you come to play like he did and make a big difference for your team, it's something that won't be forgotten.
Pitching and defense game 2-1 the final score this afternoon. The Cubs jump out to a 1-0 series lead. Pedro Strop pitches well enough to get the W. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon.